Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Game of Thrones, the Telltale series, the Clockwork Challenge. This is part 2 of episode 1. It will get confusing later on when there are several parts to several episodes. My next choice of button is X, but I'm just going to show him my sword. It's only really for conversation.
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. That sword has been handed down through 50 generations of Forresters.
See, this is the trick to this sword. They never say it's Valyrian steel. It's
No, you see there? You're limping again.
I'm fine,
Oh,
really.
shit. Yeah, they never say it's Valyrian steel. It's slightly implied, but never outright said. It's a very unusual thing. I think that's to do with the fact that they didn't want to say it, because in case Valyrian steel becomes
Did your leg
something
feel
else.
weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you, why do the Whitehills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
You know fuck all.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Fucking
Thank you,
blanked
my
the
lady.
maester there, didn't
Talia
she?
asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true?
Yes,
Your family...
Yes, I killed several people. His silence says more than
So
words could
sorry.
ever say.
Me too.
Although the word would have been yes.
Off to
Suppose
bed
it's
now.
about even,
Hurry on.
really.
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost.
Not
I'm
true.
sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
I distracted him
Fought
in a fight and he got
valiantly, my
stabbed
lady.
in the leg because of
Of
me.
course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told...
Somebody
you were the
please
last
think
to
of
see
the
my husband
children.
alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed?
This
If
is
you
a
can remember.
test.
It would mean so much to the family.
It's mainly a test for me. I think it's X next.
Said he loved you.
Why?
That's
Why is the
very
next
kind
one?
of you to say. You have the Forrester's sword.
This belongs with Ethan now. He's the new lord of the house.
Why didn't you take the
Thank
sheath
you.
off?
Garrett.
Of course. my
Why?
lady.
Is that his sheath?
It's too dangerous, especially now. Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
Took our land.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee. The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
I fucking love Ramsay Snow.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution. We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land. You can't fault the boy for defending himself. I don't. But they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument we cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week. And what would you have us do? Nothing. I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
I don't
Garrett
like
has
it.
lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle. Garrett's suffered enough already.
We should demand justice.
Aye. Justice on their terms. Which means they'll have your head. Justice is taken, not demanded. Then what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty.
I haven't
But
said
now,
anything for like 5
this.
minutes.
I'll accuse you of murder,
A
and us
is
of
next.
protecting
A.
you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I've done nothing
Done
wrong.
nothing wrong.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay.
But where would I go?
The one
I
place
don't
beyond
know.
the reach of even
Essos.
House Bolton.
Not
You're
bad
sending
idea,
him
actually.
to the wall.
Go see Asher.
The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable. I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best. To stay would bring destruction upon us all. I know that's not what you want. I know it's difficult to understand.
Still not right.
No, it's not. But it's what's best.
It's what's best for you, maybe. I'm going to be freezing my tits off on the wall.
That settles it then.
Get.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you. Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would, and God's willing someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war.
He promoted me. At the Twins. We were to ride in the van to Casterly Rock and
Who the fuck
I at
volunteers for
Roderick's
the wall?
side, but
It was well deserved, Garrett. You worked hard and served your lord with honor.
X next.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
I'd love to not
What?
tell him.
Lord Forrester's last words were, "The North Grove can never be lost."
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
What?
Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. You haven't told
Stop
anyone else.
talking in rhyme.
This is important, Garrett.
Lady Forrester asked, but I said nothing.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you.
Why doesn't he
From
trust
this day
Lady
forward,
Forrester?
This will be our secret. But soon,
Curious.
I may need your help.
But-
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house.
Cheeky.
But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Okay. I will endeavour to range. Ever since Lord of the Rings, Ranger has been like one of the coolest things there
Iron
is to
from
be.
ice.
Iron from ice.
Yeah, fuck you, Texas.
Remember,
Walker, Texas
you represent
Ranger.
House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll be
Last minute.
strong.
I know you will.
I don't know if it makes any difference how quick you reply. I don't think it does. That'd be too harsh, wouldn't it?
Garrett, wait!
What? What's that?
Be safe.
See, in my mind, taking that means that at some point later on, like, someone's going to accuse me of having stolen it, and I have no way of proving she just gave it to me. In the same way that Brienne of Tarth should have refused the gift of armour from Jaime Lannister. notice how I hadn't spoiled anything of Game of Thrones, and then just there threw that in.
Ethan? Ethan!
Every time I hear his name, I think they're talking about Ethan Cohen. I don't know why. It's not a very well-known person
I couldn't find him. Could you?
to go with. I just made up a new rule. If I ever fully forget what button comes next, I just roll a dice. Simple.
I don't like this game anymore.
Add a bit of intrigue. and
Maybe
randomness
something
the
happened to
world.
him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You
Haha.
found me! Well done, Ryan. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I
They're
thought we'd never
twins,
find you
these two.
again.
I'm right
not,
here.
Not those two.
And I promise
Him and
I'm
the
not
girl.
going anywhere.
I wish
Ethan and
Mira was
Talia.
here.
E.T.
And
You get it?
Asher. And
No, I don't.
and Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
She's
Ryan,
in
she's
many ways
perfectly
safer than all
safe,
of us.
I promise you.
Because she
I
survived
don't want
the
Garrett
sack.
to die either.
Or the supposed
Maester
sack.
Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
I don't
Yeah,
know
he
what
was
he
kind
did
of
to
ugly
get
though,
sent
wasn't
away
he?
like that.
He let me ride one of his pigs once. It was fun.
You
Ah, the
needn't worry
pig
about
ride.
Garrett. He'll
Every
be okay.
boy's favourite
It's the
journey
people
through
he'll
life.
be with that worry me.
And some girls, if you like that.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
He doesn't know me or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword.
Well, I don't actually know what a
like a
milksop is,
man.
actually.
He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Maybe it's just someone who drinks milk still. I think in this world, you start by
Do you
drinking
remember when
milk
we
and
were
you
younger?
move on to beer.
When we all used to play here.
Because the water
You,
can't be
me,
sanitised
Roderick,
properly.
Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything.
He's an older brother.
Promise me
He
you
got
won't
exiled.
be like that.
He comes into it
Please,
later.
just be you. I like you the way you are.
It's not
I
really
know a
giving
lord
anything
has
away,
many
is it?
responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
Well, I may have
May
to,
have
love.
to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Well,
Everyone
no.
will have to do as you say.
No, I can't.
So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
You have to understand. Being Lord is a great responsibility. I can't just fool around.
Thank you for
That's
that,
it.
Roderick.
Just bring them crashing back down to reality. Don't
Lord
allow
Ethan,
any kind
you're
of fun
needed
in
in
their
the Great
lives.
Hall at once.
Even though their
Quickly,
father
on
and
your
brother
feet.
have just died. And their king as well. Which, I mean, I don't know if
What's
they
the
care about that
matter?
or not.
Lord
Never mind.
Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If
Say
I
nothing.
Were Lord,
Do
I would
nothing.
command Ethan to stay with his family. Lord Whitehill is a mean old man anyways. Someone should tell him to leave us alone.
It's okay.
Does
You
the,
should go. It's
does
what
the
must
game
be
just
done.
stall? Refuse to make a decision, ever. You'll be stuck on episode 1 until the end of time. I actually don't know what's happening at this point. Oh, I went with them. I get it. There's a Whitehall.
They showed up
Whitehill
unannounced. Lord
soldiers.
Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Silence won't work this time. You are the lord of this house.
We'll
Let's
see.
not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
Tell him to go away.
I'll throw him out the gate myself if you'd like.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
This guy's a real prick. Like, legit prick. Like, I'd like to stab him now.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
Cheers, blood.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life.
He turned around there, didn't he?
Finally get their due.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oath-breakers.
Aye, and look where that got him. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Say nothing.
Bloody
Do nothing.
Forresters. Does little Lord Forrester know how to speak? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have you back, are they? We're the power in the North now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Oh,
Lord
harsh
Ethan.
there.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
This guy's another real prick. All Whitehills are pricks, except one. He's kinda
Your
hot.
man, the squire. We were minding our own business. Keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said. When your man
Horse
attacked us for no reason.
Shit.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire?
People need
Lord
bacon.
Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the Lord.
Pigs
of
are
this
easy to
house.
keep.
He was defending his family as
anything.
any man would. But your men murdered
High
them
infant
all.
mortality
You
rate.
lost pig
That's the
farmers,
real
not
trouble.
soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
Keep stum.
I sent him to the war.
You.
Duncan!
And you
Fucking
call
hell.
yourself a lord? You're no lord. You're a fucking puppet. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
Cow did
What kind
that.
of fucking house is this?
A house of honourable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady.
Can't tell if he's fat
Considering
or just
your
really
losses
strong
and
looking.
all. But
I think he's fat.
This is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
I've heard enough, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust
No
you can
idea
find the
how
door.
well this meeting has gone.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
He couldn't have sounded worse then, could he? We're in the right, Lord Forrester. Lord Whitehill. Remember that. I am your lord.
Your son did well, my lady.
It's a real skill
He
to be able
kept
to
his
do
wits
that on
while
command.
Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee.
Am I on X or Y?
Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing
Shit.
at once.
Can't remember. Cannot fucking remember.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favour. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Important thing to remember here is, this is before she's married Joffrey. Shortly before. She doesn't have a lot of power at that point. Because Joffrey doesn't really do what she says. Tommen will. But that requires Joffrey's death. What am I doing? There we go. Read the letter.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
I'll consider it. Yeah, I can't remember if it was X or Y next. I'm going to roll my dice. B. We're going to do a B. This annoys me as well. Look, there's room to bar the door, but where's the bar? What do you use? Are they only handed out when there's a siege?
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
It's a young Gendry looking type.
No, it's fine. Come in.
It really bugs me the way he does this. He should just pour it from the
Begging your
bucket.
pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
It's private. I'd
Fuck
rather
off,
not say.
peasant.
Of course, milady. I didn't mean to pry.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Continues going at exact same pace.
You work for Lady
If
Marjorie?
anything, slightly slower.
I may be wrong.
Who
but
the
it
fuck
seems
are
like
you?
do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
I don't know who animates her face, but it's almost Family Guy
They
Family
appeared
Guy
to be
style
having some
eyebrows.
sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument. I heard them arguing about House Forrester.
House Forrester?
How does he know my name is
I
Forrester?
thought you'd like to know. Forgive me
It
if I
wouldn't
was
be
mistaken.
common knowledge, would
I
it?
hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Yes, that's the basis
night,
of the
milady.
information networks of the Spider, Littlefinger, and the Queen. And Tyrion later on. Or now, in fact.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Please let it be flower arrangements for the wedding. I live and die for fucking flower arrangements.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you,
Fuck
my
that
lady.
bitch in the background,
And you
eh?
know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen.
It's strongly
to have a
implied
handmaiden from the north whose family
in the
fought
books
for Robb Stark.
that she fucks her
It
handmaidens.
raises questions at a time I can least afford.
Just throwing it out there.
Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
So I just had some
Her
thought.
face
There's
was
very
full of
little
mirth
banging
as she
in
said
this
it.
game. Almost none.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will
Back
make
is
me
killing me.
miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Okay.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
I always thought the Kingsguard had really cool armour. I think particularly the helmets and just the gold colouring. What are you looking at? Right, we're on Y.
You'll be fine.
Why?
I know you will. You may feel
Silence.
one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
No, that's it. Can we go in? Is it time? Not gonna walk in and they're just like all having shit or anything, are they? Ah, the Queen and the Imp together. Hilarious.
You can do this.
I think I'm in control of movement here. It's questionable how I'm moving whilst my hand is here. I'm pushing it against my leg. It's easier. Get a bit of a jog on, love. This is taking too long.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion.
Daylight.
Your
Complete
Grace?
daylight.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
What if they'd say no, you don't have our permission at that point? Do nothing. Say nothing. Wait for a lawyer.
The poor girl looks terrified.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you.
Targaryen kings at that.
I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege
There's no
lord,
crowd
yet you
to do
name
that
them traitors
whispering.
so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
Ooh.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and
Snap.
sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
It's the best, probably. Well, I'm not sure
Perhaps
if
not,
ironwood is a real thing or not. I don't
It
think
would be
it
a
is.
shame to see it fall into the hands of another house.
Or maybe
I
it's just
imagine you'd
oak.
do almost anything to prevent that from
But
happening.
there are oak
wouldn't
trees
you?
in this.
Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
There are limits, Your Grace.
Perhaps, but not if your house faces potential ruin.
Can someone talk
What
straight,
did you have
please?
the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Absolutely.
She was just following her heart.
Oh, that's a
Grace.
bad answer.
And
That's
the very
not good.
same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves.
I think you're one of
Pretending
them.
to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
It's fire. Fire
You
is
are a
in their
girl from the
hearts.
north here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Look how thin
I'm
my
sure
eyes
she
Let the
would
girl
go.
answer the question.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve
Yep.
at her pleasure.
We're gonna.
Clearly your
never
handmaiden
mind.
does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I don't
I'm not
think I've
quite
done
sure
well
what to
in this
make of her.
conversation.
Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Am I allowed to leave?
I'll
Does
walk
Tyrion
around.
know? Okay, Tyrion knows.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he
Happier
didn't trust
times.
Roose Bolton.
Who would?
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
Flaying is fucking horrible.
You have my condolences for his loss.
Say
These
nothing.
would be trying
Do
times for your
nothing.
family, even under the best of circumstances. You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said.
Yeah, but she's a real
It was
cunt.
quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I don't particularly like her.
That was fairly apparent to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can.
I feel like I should
She
have
threatened
a big
to give
tub
your
of
ironwood
popcorn
to
for
another
this.
house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters.
No, it's not.
The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
I forgot to hit the button.
I suppose
found
the
it- I
crown
couldn't
could
remember
be
what it was.
persuaded to secure
Shit.
ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
Well, I hit
In
Y.
fact, forget I even
technically
suggested
by
such a thing.
accident,
It's a
but
risk
then
I'm willing
there-
to take, Lord Tyrion.
Oh, right, last
Please.
minute there.
You are a brave girl, aren't you?
I
I'll
think I was
consider
meant
it.
to hit A before.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight.
Kind of lost.
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
He likes Dornish wine. Intriguing.
Just be careful. This is not
Most
the
people
North.
prefer
King's
the
Landing
wine
can
of
be
the
a
Reach.
nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Thank you, Tyrion. Very kind. I think that's the end of part 2.